Good day, everyone. I'm the Anarchist Rising, and apparently, right behind me, there's a unknown signal. So, something I realized as I ended last episode, I forgot to put down my survival kit. So, in between episodes, I went ahead and put this down, and I got this set up so that I could have both of my ships docked. Just a little bit of house cleaning type of stuff. I didn't like having them or one of them on the ground while the other one was connected and all that. I like making sure my ships are um, going to have power when I want to go somewhere. So I went ahead and did this. I just used a conveyor junction right here and piped them over to this, made sure that it's got a good connection to the ground, just in case something ever happens to this. You never know. But I kind of want to see what's in that unknown signal. So, for today's episode, I'm wondering what I want to do with my base. I'm kind of thinking of doing a type of complex instead of just one base that has it all. Have multiple different buildings. Badger rifle, nice. Having multiple different buildings, that way I can easily. Oh, I think my game sounds are up too high. There we go. That should be better. Instead of one base to do it all, just have multiple small buildings that are all connected and piped up. That way, it looks more like a complex, like a type of colony, essentially. I don't think I'm going to go full on colony and have multiple different um, living quarters or anything like that. But I do kind of want to do something abnormal for me, something that I don't really see a lot. Now, I see it a lot in the scenarios, such as the new Frostbite scenario that we have out. I've played a little bit on that, and I like their designs. Kind of a decrepit type of thing, but um, along with that, I've also done a little bit of the what's it called? There's another scenario that we have. I can't remember the name right now. Um, I've played a bit of that, and it's essentially the entire planet has been deserted or killed off or whatever, and their building style is really interesting, really kind of simplistic in ways, but I'm not very simplistic. So, I am wondering exactly how I want to go about this. Eventually, this will be moved. I don't know why I keep looking up at it. I did realize, though, that I put it right on the port, which wasn't exactly what I was wanting. I thought the port was going to be there. Just a bit of a brain fart. So, I think I will have this be the uh, refining area, seeing as I already have my refinery and an assembler here. Yes, I know I have everything here, but I think it'd be a good start to have this be the kind of refining area. So, my question is, where do I want to put a storage area? So I'm going to remove this because I believe the connection port is going to be right there. Yep. Alright. Now, go ahead and select that, get that placed down. And I don't have what I need for that. So I'm going to go ahead and start using my new mod, Build and Repair System by Dummy Industries. I also have the drill system, which you guys saw when I put those both in. So, where do I'm going to put this right on top of the assembler, just because I can. Gonna grab all my components for this. Get those all built. Oh, interesting. It wasn't showing the progress for how much I had pulled out up until I finished it. That might be a new bug. Alright. Going to go ahead and make sure I set this up first. Fly mode. Grind default gets stuck. That's the welding color. I don't use the ignore color. Obviously, I want it to help others. And this would be the grinding color. I set it to 313, 100, 100 because it's a really hot pink. And the way that I do this is I use my left control button and then left click on it. That allows me to bring up this menu where I can manually set that. Now I'm going to have all of these set because everything should be owned by me, especially when my build and repair system builds it. Push components immediately and turn that sound to about there. And turn you on. Now, I'm doing a little bit of setup right now. By doing this, I'm setting up for a script, one that I very much enjoy and appreciate. Let me see if I can find my programmable block right there. Get that placed down. Never mind, it got to it before me. Now, Nanobot build and repair script, or Nanobot build and repair system queuing. This script allows me to be able to place blocks as much as I want. Like, say I want to just go out there and I had 2 steel plates in my system. It would queue up all of these steel plates needed for the build and repair system to actually build it. Now, to go along with the first group I made, I have to make the assembler group as well. Now I'm going to go back to here. And I do believe that it is set up properly, or not. Recompile that real quick. "17 weld targets, okay. No grind targets. Come on. Are you queuing anything up? No. Yeah, it's just welding all that up currently. Okay, so let's see what I have on my inventory. A lot of that stuff I don't need. So I'm gonna go and grab some interior plates. And this is an O2H2 generator. Yep, okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get some productivity modules, yield modules, as they are called, put onto here. I need some steel plates first. I can't access those, but I can those. Now these will not all, these will not finish because I don't have all the materials I need, such as gold. They shouldn't finish. I don't think that was enough gold to do all the superconductors for those. But along with that, I'm going to do speed modules. I myself never use the power efficiency module because I can do that. Infinite energy without worry, really. Easy to set up, easy to do. So I'm really never worried about that. But if I remove that, then I remove my connection to that, and I don't really want to do that quite yet. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this out to about here, I'll say. And I'll go ahead and make a bit of a storage room. Now, this doesn't have to be fancy or anything like that. Is that not one of the... is that considered a production block? No. Large blocks. Alright. There we go. It doesn't have to be the... oh wow. Words today. I don't have to have that plus symbol, but I choose to because it lets me do that. And I like the ability to do that. Now, I'm going to quickly put some of those on there. And go back to there. Put these on. That will be more than sufficient for my storage in a server that I actually play on. This is a substantial amount of resources with my inventory size modifiers. Same as what I have on that server, and I tell you what, if I ever need more storage than this, I should never need more storage than this, because this is an absolutely ridiculous amount of storage for what I would need it for. So, let me just make sure I get anything I can in there and let it build on up. Now, after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. And I'll get rid of that. at least temporarily. That way I can get a bit of a power processing center here. Not a power center, processing center. I'm having so much difficulty with words today, which I guess is not abnormal for me. Now, at some point in the future, I'm going to be taking this whole thing into a creative world. That way, I can lay down a new piping system that is underground. That'll be achieved by having the Bobs build everything for me. And I call that Bob, along with multiple other YouTubers. Just easy way to say the build and repair system without having to say the whole thing. Now, since I have that all done, I'm going to go ahead and set up my grind color. 313, 100, 100. It's a really hot pink. I don't know anyone that uses that type of a pink for anything, so I feel really comfortable using it. I know there's people that like to use red or green or whatever. I prefer pink because it's a color that I will never use. And I will use red because red is actually my favorite color. See? I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Now, since I have the space, I'm going to go ahead and switch back to that. And put that down. And there as well. I know I didn't do it quite symmetrical right here, but I will in the future. Everything is temporary until it's permanent. Go ahead and place that down. And on this other side I will do pretty much the same thing. And then I'll have that be done. And more speed modules. Oh, what the? Okay then, my mouse decided to drift. I'm not going to be able to put that there right now because that is in the way. That was not very smart planning of me. But such is life. Okay. Go ahead and get my yield modules put on here. Oh, my lord. It actually finished all of those. I was not expecting that. Okay. I'm a derp. I wonder if it's going to finish the others then. I'm surprised yet happy about that because it means I get more out of every bit that I refine. Alright. Now, let's go ahead and get this down. Just kind of wanting to build out a bit of a platform underneath these. This way I can, in the future, enclose it and have this actually be its own separate room. might have to do a bit more greeble on it in the future, but for right now, this should be sufficient. Oh, accidentally placed an extra block. Okay, this side is good. Now, it's not likely that these are going to be directly connected in the future, but I did want to put it down just to kind of protect this a bit. Because this is a very vulnerable piece of the base. Now, okay. For right now, I think I can get away with doing that and that. I'll just do one of those. After that one gets built, I'll take that one down, build another assembler on top of it, and then replace it on top. And that should be good. That way I can land up here first and get this set up. That way I will be able to get my assemblers all set up properly. And just gonna check that. Grinding color. 313, 100, 100. Oh, nope, that was not what I thought it was. Okay. Turn that block on. Click that. Yep, okay. Now the reason why I did it the way I just did, by saving it into that group before I got rid of this, is because if I got rid of that, it would have gotten rid of the group. So by putting that into the group first, it saved the group. Kept me from having to type it back in again. Nope, don't want to place that down again. I want to place that down. And on top, that. And I was about to run out of hydrogen. That would not have been a good thing. Okay. Now, do I want my O2H2 generator over here? Yeah, I think so. As I continually derp out and forget how to move. I think I will put it down right there. There. Now, I'm surprised I had that many components on me. Now I can easily refill my hydrogen bottle. Actually, I can just do... I can't because that's still some... or that has a bottle of ice in it. I'm not sure why I have my oxygen bottle on me. Oh, it's because of the whole trip. And then we go and put it in back here. There we go. Ooh, I'm so used to playing Minecraft right now that my controls are different from what I'm expecting. Alright. Now, let's go ahead and expand this. I think that should be good. Then go ahead and put that down. No, one less. I want this to line up with the other part that I did. So that I can have a bit of a sense of organization. Just a little bit of one. Alright, do that. And since these are for flying vehicles, it is raised up off the ground a bit more than would be really expected for some land-based vehicle. If I was doing a land-based vehicle, I would probably have the connector on the top or on the side. Or not the side, the back. That way I could easily connect up to a stationary connector. If I had it on the bottom, then I would have to drop my suspension down to be able to connect to it because I wouldn't want it low enough to automatically connect to a connector. Otherwise, I would be clipping it on every bit of terrain that I come across. Ooh. Is everything alright with this? No. Recompile, please. Okay. Now it's working. Although it's not working with all of the assemblers. Did I mess this up again? I don't think so. Let me go ahead and do that. Can I get it to put it in all of them? Or is it going to do just the one? Well, it is still working, and that's what I wanted to be doing. Go ahead and put all those in. It might not be working in the order that I would want it to. Let me see if I can't fix that, though. Do that first. Make sure I get this all set up. Now I'm going through and selecting the one just below it. That way I can reselect this. Because with the bone repair system, it doesn't always register it when one of them has that setting and the other doesn't. So I make sure to deselect it and then select what I want. Doing that. Now. And same with this. I have to kind of dip it down and then bring it back up for the one that's building to finish or to do it properly. That's the grinding settings. Hmm. There. Everything should be set up properly. Now to make sure that it's all turned on. Come on, give me some power now. There we go. That's very helpful. You know, because you can totally pull through a block that's not yet welded up. Come on. Do that. This might take a bit, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Alright. Go do my production and see what I've got going out. Does not look like anything. The incomplete assembler is building. Because it is. It is now a complete assembler. Okay. Time to go back to my speed modules. Plunk and plunk. Just makes them faster. It's not a ton faster, but it is faster. And that's all I want with that. Alright. Now, I think I'm going to do a bit more putting up of this base. And I'll be right back after I do. Alrighty. So, this is what I've gotten so far. I've got this fully welded up, those two, or all of this stuff is done up. I did move my programmable block right there, put that in place, removed my survival kit, and put it down over here. This apparently is still building. Missing some motors. Let me see if I can't remedy that real quick. Motors, nickel. And one assembler apparently decided to steal it all. Yeah. Yeah, want to build? Come on. Where's all my nickel? Again, one assembler decided to steal it all. Interesting. Okay. So, next episode, I'm going to be putting on a new script, one that I would hope a lot of people are familiar with. Izzy's Inventory Manager. I like having a very organized inventory. I don't like the cluttered mess that it currently is. Get that back. I don't like the cluttered mess, everything being random spots. It doesn't make me happy having it like that. So Izzy's will Uh, Take each of these cargo containers, mark them in the name with what it wants in those containers, such as the ores and ingots, um, components such as steel plates, medical components, construction, interior, steel tubes, all that, and what I say, ores, ingots, tools, or ores and ingots, components, and probably tools and bottles and ammo. Those are generally the three basic containers that it likes to set up. Now, once I have a proper med base set up, I like to have a small cargo container somewhere in the same room that is marked for the tools and bottles and stuff. That way I have very easy access to it. But for now, uh, I'm getting pretty tired. It's getting pretty late. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. I'm the Anarchist. Have a good one.